flipping at me. I can see me and you can sit down and talk about everything.
We can chat for a while.
Do you know what I mean? But we're gonna get back to boxing. October Red Boxing here with Linus Udofia. Is that the correct way to pronounce your name?
It is.
Because I bet you a few people pronounce it wrong.
Linus Udofia. Always a bit of that. But no, you done it. Done the job.
There you go. I understand that there's Totty walking around outside. I appreciate that. There's nice ladies walking about. But
I was looking at Keller.
Yeah, I'm sure you were.
looking at Keller walking past.
I'm sure you were. But what I want to say is...
I can't even see through that.
So how do you know it's Callie then?
Because I can... I'm not going to say
you know what?
I can see him kicking off and smiling.
Yeah, leave it. Anyway, middleweight.
Yep.
16 and 0.
Mm-hmm.
Last fought in 2019. Was it 2019?
Last year.
It was 2020?
Yeah.
I've got 2019 here.
Harding Junior.
Yeah.
Pesta Superstar.
Yeah.
Yes.
How have things been since then?
It's been a dream, really. I thought things would pick up a lot more after being on Sky and winning and things like that. I'm not saying I was expecting like a matchroom deal, like likes of Michael Mickinson and things like that got. But I don't know, I expected more. I expected a little bit more. I expected more things to happen from it, more offers, more something. I expected more. It didn't come. We weren't disappointed. We just kind of, we're patient, very patient. We always have been, and we just kind of wanted to keep in the gym, keep learning, because we knew something was going to come. You're not going to be a champion and no one's going to come knocking on your door. So, opportunity came, Wasserman got in contact, and they gave us a roadmap. They kind of gave us their idea and what they wanted to do with me. Really assured me that not only is this not going to be, you're going to be one of those fighters that just kind of fills the gap. You're going to be actually an important part of it as well. You're actually, we want to build you to something. We don't just want to have you there and that's it. So, bit that hand off, and it was kind of one of those things where I was really grateful that I wasn't actually that active after that fight, because I might not have had this. So, it was a moment of clarity, and it's like I said, it's been a dream. I've been in the gym a lot, learning, a lot of sparring, and I was in the gym a week or 10 days after that fight anyway. So I was just in the gym that whole time, and after we got this fight, it was just time to tighten up and get ready for it.
So when you talk about roadmap, talk to us a little bit about that. You said they gave you a roadmap. What is that roadmap for yourself?
Next 3 fights, we want to be challenging for titles, or in the I feel I'm a championship level fighter, and that's what I want. I don't want no 6-rounders, no warm-ups. Just want to get in, get the big fights going, and this one's a 10-rounder next. And then I want to be challenging for titles. If this one isn't going to be sanctioned for something, I want to be challenging for titles in the next fight. And that's just exactly what they've said to us as well. They want me fighting for titles and actually stamping my name in the domestic division, because they believe in me and so do I. And I'm just happy. I'm really happy that everyone that I'm working with, my trainer, my management, and my promotion, that we all align in the same line of thinking. We're all thinking the same thing. So that makes life so much easier.
And how hard has it been? Like you said, when you won your last fight, you're thinking, okay, well, I beat him in a really good fashion. Why isn't anyone looking at me? And was there a point in your career where you thought, is this really for me because of something like that?
No, I had the opposite a long way back. Answering that question first and then divulging onto the next one. So, I never looked at it as like, why is anyone looking at me? I'm kind of used to being in the background and then the one coming out to be actually, this is who you should have been looking at. That's not a problem. I've got no problem with that. I'm assured in myself. I know what I can offer, and I believe in myself. So yeah, I don't mind sitting in the background because I'll be at the front. Don't worry about that. Do you know what I mean? I've always had that, and that's always happened. A long time ago when I signed with HayeMaker, I had, is it imposter syndrome or something like that? It's just where I got this platform, got this, and I was like, am I meant to be here? Am I meant to be here? And I really doubted myself a lot, and then obviously had some fights, performed, showed up, stole shows, and then I realised, I am meant to be here, and everything changed. But no, I've never had a case of, why isn't anyone looking at me? I'm used to that. I'm used to being in the back. I'm used to my name not being mentioned, you know what I mean? So it's just, if you want your name to be mentioned, give them a reason. make it happen. So yeah, I'm used to that. I'm used to being in the background. So.
And as a fighter, like you said, you're coming from HayeMaker Promotions over to Wasserman. The comparison of the two, I mean, how is it? Because obviously now you're going into your second promotional company. How is it in comparison to HayeMaker? Like, what's the difference and why is this one more appealing? Because did your contract expire with HayeMaker, or did you just decide, okay, this is not going to work, I'm going to look to move on, progress, go somewhere else?
Yeah, it just kind of ran its course, and HayeMaker was running dry on the shows. It weren't really anything coming up unless Giselle was fighting, and then there was the whole logistics of matchroom design. What's it going to be? This, and you almost playing in the shadow of your career is dependent on someone else, and so it was a logical choice to look to do something else or make a move. And the contract was very loose, so it was no problems like walking away from it. The comparison, I don't really like to compare. I don't really think there is one. Wasserman are a big company, very well known. Sowland Brothers, extremely well known, and HayeMaker was really realistically in its infancy when it exclusively was promoting, and they had the platform, they had the Dave, and then that fell apart somehow, and they got with Sky, and they were doing kind of promoting with Sky, and it's just Wasserman. What they had to offer was just more appealing. There was more. There was a map. I could see the end. I could see the potential of how far this could go. With HayeMaker, it was kind of bit by bit, which no disrespect to any of it. It was just kind of it was for me the more logical decision to move over to Wasserman.
So you state about fights coming up. I mean, you're 16 in. You've got 8 KOs, so you've got a nice ratio there. Who have you got your eye on in the middleweight division?
It's not really who. For me, it's always what. I've had my eye on fighters before, and it's never materialised. So it's no point wasting. It's the accolade I'm after. One of my goals was to win a domestic title. I've got the English. The next one's I'm British. When I'm not looking too far ahead from October the 2nd, but when that comes about, that's my goal. And then buy mum and dad a house or something like that, and you keep it rolling. I've got a lot of goals. I've got a lot of targets. I've got a lot of things. And I'm ticking them off slowly. So,
like you said, you've been out of the ring since 2020. What can our viewers and audience and fight fans expect to see from you when you get back in the ring, when your date is confirmed? Because we know what you're capable of.
Yeah.
But it's been a little while. So what can we expect from that?
Just a lot of fun. A lot of fun. It's gonna be fun. Just don't miss it. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be a lot of fun. That's all I can tell you.
Congratulations with signing with Wasserman.
I hope something good happens to you today.
Oh, you're too kind. What about your sponsors? Do you want to shout them out?
Yeah, DNI Butchers, DNI Family Butchers in Luton, JB Developments, the sponsors of myself and Luton Town Football Club, and last but not least, Old Troll Curtains UK, another Luton local company that sponsor me. Big shout out to them, making it able for me to live my dream.
Awesome. October Red Boxing here with Linus, Udofia. Thank you very much for your time, and once again congratulations, and we look forward to seeing you out soon.
Thank you.
Hi, and thank you for watching October Red Boxing. Like, subscribe and tap the bell for notifications. You can also find us on Instagram at October Red Boxing and on Twitter October Red UK. And remember, at October Red we stay ready.